Hi, welcome to the video. I want to talk about something extremely important to dating Josephus Wars. This is key to help dating the chart that I have. And it's as you can see, you'll find out it's not an easy task. You're not already familiar with this. But something we have to keep in mind, Josephus, he had a family. I believe he had 5 kids. And at the same time, he was documenting what's going on, the war, sticking his neck out, life on the line. So as you can imagine, he's a little bit flustered at times. So it's not all unusual in his writing. His mind just kind of drifts, and so which makes it very challenging when it comes to dating. So that's just something we have to keep in mind. So what you're about to see here is nothing unusual compared to the rest of his writings. His mind tends to wander, and then it goes back. It's nothing unusual. So anyway, so I have a link here to Josephus Wars. So I'll bring it to book 2. And so you click on it, it'll just bring it to it. I'm going to use my Word document where I have things highlighted and for presentation purposes. All right. So these are 2 calendar converters that I use. All right. Actually, I'm going to have them labeled calendar converters. So I'll update that here. So my default converter is this one here. So when you click on this here, it'll bring you to the converter. I have verified this one to Jesus crucifixion, and so I know it's correct. If you watch my video, crucifixion date, you'll see I'll give you access to resources and how I came up with the date. It's exhaustive, to say the least, to get the right date. A lot of people just go by a few things, and then they're, oh, that's good enough, and they go with that date. And there's more to it, you know. It's with anything, if you want the true answer, it's not going to be easy. So, so I verified against that source, and so I know it's correct. So this calendar does work. My secondary calendar converter, it's just a simple 101. So if there's a common name like Ab, that's actually August. So in this case, we're going to be looking, and we'll see it's the 15th of Ab, which would be the 15th of August. All right. So between these 2 calendar converters, I was able to get this work. I don't understand why Josephus was writing. There's an inconsistency. I don't know if the translator was playing games or what, but it's not cool. So anyway, let's go with let's start with number 1. Paragraph 6 starts off with, now the next day with the festival of Xylophory. Festival of Xylophory is always on August 15th. All right. So if we go over there, here we have it right here. Now the next day was the festival of Xylophory. So that here tells you, this first sentence anyway, is the 15th. What we see prior is the 14th, paragraphs 1 through 5, which is Saturday, which is a Sabbath. All right. So Saturday, the Sabbath, August 14th is here. The first sentence is the 15th. All right? So we've gone over number 2. And then now this is where Josephus' mind drifts off. It makes it very challenging, and we have to understand, we have to sympathize his situation, okay? He's got a family, at the same time he's sticking his neck out on the line, risking his life, documenting this. So we should be happy with what we've got, all right? It's not easy trying to decipher all this. So paragraph 5 and 6 has similar text, all right? So I have that highlighted in here. If you go back to this here. So in paragraph 5 it says, while the seditious were superior in boldness, but the king's soldiers in skill. And in paragraph 6 it said they grew bolder and carried their undertaking further. So he continuing here where he left off here. All right, in so much that the king's soldiers were overpowered by their multitude and boldness. Right, as you can see here, it's similar, and he's actually continuing where he left off here. So he talk about the 14th, and then it says next day, and then it goes back to the 14th. All right, and so again, it's challenging trying to decipher this, but we have to sympathize his situation. All right, it's not normal conversation, but we're not normally writing with ammunition flying around over our heads and At the same time, you got a family to worry about, unless you're a soldier, obviously. But he's there to write all this stuff down. All right. So anyway, yeah. So that's how we know this is back to the 14th here. All right. And then paragraph 7, but on the next day. Now I go back to the 15th. All right. And then he says 15th in the month, Los Ab. All right. Which fits with this converter right here, Ab. All right. So then it's August 15th. So it's kind of like the festival of Xylophory is like Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is always February 14th. Similarly, Xylophory always had the same date, August 15th. All right. And then he confirmed that when he continues here. All right. So now he's going back to the 15th. All right. Now we go to, oops, this should be paragraph 8. I have to add in there. People make mistakes. Do you know that? Paragraph 8 ends with the date, the 6th day of the month. Okay. Doing the calendar conversion, all right, I get the 13th. So I'll just go through that here. 6th of the month Elul. So I'm going to go here, try to go back to the Gregorian date. Go back to the 66 AD. All right. And then Elul. And I believe he said, wow, it just flipped the year on me. There we go. Get back to normal. I didn't do that. You saw it. I didn't do it. So let's see here. The 6th of Elul. All right. So there we got 14th. Now get to the 6th. So we got the 6th of Elul, which is August 13th of 8066. All right. That's how we get that. All right. And so I had to use the default calendar for that. All right. And in paragraph 9, but on the next day, now we're going to the 14th, back to Saturday, again, which is the Sabbath. All right. And that was the day that Ananus was killed. All right. Eleazar's dad, the restrainer. All right. So, and Eleazar is the lawless one. And paragraph 10 ends with that this murder was perpetuated on the Sabbath day, which is Saturday, August 14th. All right. So, do you see how that matches up? So, I give you an overview here. All right. So, yeah, again, we have to understand that Josephus is in a tough environment. He had a family at home. He's worrying about being alive. He's going to be a little bit flustered. All right, and that's why his mind drifts all over the place. And I showed you that, again, paragraph 5 and paragraph 6, they're similar, and he's actually continuing where he left off in the previous paragraph. Okay, they grew bolder. Who grew bolder? Go back to your paragraph. While the seditious were superior in boldness, they grew bolder. All right, he's continuing where he left off, and he went back to previous day when in doing that. All right. So, anyway, hope that makes sense to you. Now you know how I got my dates. And when you go these dates, everything fits perfectly with the timeline. All right. It matches beautifully. It all, yeah, it's like everything fits. All right. Anyway, hope you find this helpful. And hope you continue to enjoy your studies. And you have an awesome day. Thank you.